And so the more I can understand your model of the world, the more I can support you and love you, influence you in a positive way towards what you want. So to me, to influence another person, you have to be able to influence them. Like most people are good. I look at what creates an extraordinary life. I think it is leadership. And to me, leadership is influence. And influence is the ability to shape the thoughts, feelings, and you can influence them in any way. The quality of someone's life. Whether it be your friend, it has to start with you. You can't do it yourself. You can't.
Because really in my eyes, I was like, I can go play basketball, I can do college, and I can get away from some of the stuff that was going on. Sure. Right? Because it's hard to get away from. Like even when you leave it, it doesn't leave you.
No,
so,
it takes a while.
It takes a minute. So it's the changing environment. So I pulled the trigger, I started getting my visa stuff done, and this is another thing that probably haven't mentioned in a lot of places, but my first day in school was, guess what? September 11th, 2001.
No way.
Yeah, so I was on a flight that was supposed to land 25 minutes after the towers got hit.
Whoa.
So that was because until I didn't get the visa until then, right? So it's coming in a little bit late. And man, we flew until we ran out of fuel, landed in Nova Scotia Airport. I spent a week in a military camp.
Whoa.
Yeah, so that's a whole other story in and of itself, which was crazy. But that was my first day in school. Then we took bus to the city, back upstate New York, and then I was 2 years. I went to junior college upstate New York. Then I went to a school in Southern Virginia for 2 years on a full ride. And then after that, I went to play pro. So my first year actually pro basketball was in Ukraine.
Wow.
Role models, right? And you can do that in every area of your life, by the way.
Yep.
Content, speaking, being a great father, right?
100%.
Role models, and that becomes the standard that you kind of shoot to. And by the way, you can build, fucking Megatron, right? It could be that guy's great at philanthropy. Crazy story is 7 years ago, I was invited to Necker Island and I spent time with Richard Branson. Long story how that happened, but it's because of we did, and we've done 750, 800 charity boot camps at my gym, right? Countless amount of money.
Happiness. The issue was authenticity, self-expression.
Yes, that is profound.
It's frightening.
It's right. But why are we not talking about it? I mean, that is so 4 times more likely to die by simply not expressing.
Yeah. Because they might really be poor. They might really be having to do jobs that they don't like, with bosses that are unfair. But given the economic situation in this world of inequality, they may not have a whole lot of choice in that. So I don't want to generalize. But for many of us, this inability to say no is not demanded by our present circumstances. It's old programmed. And so we tend to think of it as, this problem with the individual's intestinal tract. But the intestinal tract is very responsive to relationship, because there's a big nerve called the vagus nerve, called the wandering nerve. It's the largest autonomic nerve in the body, and it connects the organs to the brain. And when the brain picks up a hint of disturbance
that indicates the existence of a valuable store of treasure.
Yes.
And so that's kind of a quest issue. It's so we're wired so that we feel enthusiasm when we see ourselves moving towards a valuable goal. Okay, and then you said something.
I've had many discussions over the last 4 years. The problem with anything is that once a narrative gets established and there's a profit attached to the solution to that narrative.
Yes.
And that's green energy and green energy bills, and it was one of the first pre-humans that buried their young, or buried their dead rather. Was it Homo naldi? What was it?